Hello and welcome back to presentation 02, part of a multi-part series in statistics. My name is Manny. We're coming to you from the auditorium, and as you can see we have an audience of very interested people interested in this topic. So let's begin. We're going to discuss types of data in statistics, and note the acknowledgements down in the lower part here for people involved in this project. Now we're going to look at a data set that we did look at last viewing, and we have here that a data set. Now these are variables. These variables are called nominal variables, nominal data, because they're just named categories. And the idea is that how would you display these? And the others here, of course, are numeric data. Some are continuous. For example, heights and weights are continuous, but pulse rate is discrete, which means it's not a continuous fashion. And then we have the others here. And we're looking at nominal types of data now. They're named categories only. There's no ordering scheme applied. And examples include color of hair, black, blonde, red, head, and so on. Gender, male, female, names of provinces. There's no inherent order here. And they're just named categories. These automobiles, telephone numbers, and so on are all nominal data. And here's an example. We have crime statistics, arson, rape, violence, and theft and fraud. The only way to display this data would be through a pie chart. It can't be ordered. There's no inherent ordering scheme here. And this is called the column graph. And again, there's no inherent order here. You can't suggest that something is increasing and decreasing because there is no order scheme available. Now, ordinal data has an implied order, and differences between categories are meaningless. So, for example, small, medium, large, size of automobiles, water temperature, cold, warm, hot. We don't know the differences between them, but there is an implied order from cold, warm, hot, so on. Positions in races, first, second, third, is ordinal data. Evaluation schemes such as strongly disagree, and so on. And this is used in the student evaluations of faculty. We have here, this data is ordinal type data, where they've override this with these numbers, and this is the wrong thing to do. This suggests that differences between these categories are meaningful, when in fact it's not. This would be a frequency distribution, and this would be the responses. Now, this data set, a thing such as the average, has no meaning here, because these numbers, this number scheme, is totally arbitrary. We could go 1, 2, 5, 9, and 10, but there is no inherent ordering scheme. On the other hand, interval data, there is an interval scheme. The differences are meaningful, but there's no inherent starting point. And ratios are meaningless. So examples, the boiling point of various chemicals, such as 100 degrees, 128 degrees. The differences are meaningful, but one can use different measuring scales, such as Fahrenheit and Celsius, of course. Years when Edmonton Oilers won the Stanley Cup, we can say that they won in consecutive years. Then there was a jump for 2 or 3 years and so on. But we can't say that one number here is twice another. Calendars to identify a starting point. There's no inherent date there because there's many different calendars that one could use. Men's shoe sizes. Differences in countries use different scales. Size men in US might be 54 in Europe. No inherent 0 point, and so on. But differences are meaningful, so that if you try on a pair of shoes that are too small, you'll go to the next size. Ratio data is the ultimate. There is an inherent order scheme. Differences between categories are meaningful. There is inherent starting points, such as 0, and therefore ratios are meaningful. Examples include distances as in running or walking. 20 kilometers is twice the distance of 10 kilometers. There is inherent 0 point. And the weights of individuals is ratio type data. Accidents on a stretch of highway. 8 accidents in one period is 4 times another period, which may be 2 accidents. Amount of money in your pocket. And here's a summary of them: nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio, with the symbols here noir, as in the French word black. And that's the end of presentation 1-2. We ask you to review this once again, take notes, and be prepared to discuss this in class. So thank you and have a great day.